Hi everyone, welcome back to Honey Beginnings. I'm here at the apiary. With me I have Den 1 from Pack 395 in Finksburg, Maryland. They're going to watch me do my hive inspection today. I'm going to talk through some of the stuff I'm doing, answer their questions. Hopefully when they learn something, you can learn something. So without further ado, I'm going to zip up and get going.
You guys are famous.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know.
So like I said, there is extra gear there if anybody wants to suit up. You know, Lenny can help you.
Yeah, I do. You want to get in the suit?
Sam was very quick to raise his
Sam was
hand.
the first one.
What's wrong?
All right, come on.
It's just.
Wait, it looks like he has like sort of a thing.
So, I've mentioned this in my videos, but when you do your inspection, the first thing you do is you smoke the front. And what that does is those guard bees that I said are at the front, they would be the first ones to send a warning signal out that there's something wrong, you know, that something's getting ready to go into the hive, so that masks their scent. Then you put some smoke on the inside, and what that does is any bees that are on the top will now go down into the hive and start collecting honey, or drinking honey. So what I have here is I feed my bees, and you'll see some of them right here on this bucket. This is just sugar water. It's a pound of sugar. Well, it's about 4 pounds of sugar per gallon of water. It's a pint is a pound. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So I feed them that. They don't really need it right now. They're not drinking a lot of it because we have a nectar flow in Maryland this time frame from about the middle of May until the end of June is our nectar flow. You see all the flowers that are blooming and stuff like that. So I'm in my top box. I'm going to bring this a little closer so that my YouTube viewers can see what's going on. Hopefully it will work.
Yeah, I think it does.
It's starting to fall. Give me a second.
You on that camera? Sorry. I feel sorry for you guys that are watching.
Well, I edit all that out so people won't see it. So right here I have a perch, a frame perch, and this is where I put my frames that I'm working with. So they haven't really done anything, it looks like, on this first box, so this will be pretty quick. This is just nothing but foundation. So what you do is you put these frames in, and this is just a sheet of beeswax that has the honeycomb shape on it. Here, I'll let you pass that around. There's no bees on it. Pass that around. It's very fragile, so don't poke holes in it and stuff like that.
Just hold it from the side.
But the bees will draw the comb out, and as soon as I get to one that has comb drawn out, I'll let you see. Come on over. So I'm going through here, and this entire box is just that foundation. So there's no reason to really go in here anymore. So that makes this pretty quick. There's a couple other things we'll be doing tonight if we have time and you guys want to see it.
Oh my God, we were doing honey a jolly.
Yeah, I'll let Sam hold a frame.
God, he was the honey of
Mike,
jolly.
you just want this one back in here?
Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. So I'm just smoking these down. So the queen should be in this. This is what's called the brood chamber. This is where they lay eggs.
Sam.
So here's a hive tool. So this hive tool is used for a couple different things. You get it in between the boxes, and that's how you pry the boxes open. And then these frames, the bees will actually glue the frames together with what they call propolis. It's a mix of like plant resin and their own secretions, and it will glue it all together, and it gets sticky. So this is another frame 1 is just foundation again. Frame 2 is just some foundation. So
are you ready?
the way this works is you hook it underneath there and just
Pull one
rock
out?
it, and you'll see it lifts the frame up.
Mike, let Sam do one.
I will. You want to pull this one out, Sam? Just grab it right here on these things and just lift it straight up. It is. They won't bother you. You're completely protected.
If you don't want to, you don't have to. You just have to, and they can't hurt you in that suit.
Perfect.
Oh, cool.
Look at that.
Go ahead and lift it up.
Hold it up, Sam.
So this frame was full of nectar at one point, and it appears that they have used a lot of the nectar, which is good because this frame was full forever and they weren't doing anything with it. It looks like now they're packing honey into it. So you can see right here, or sorry, not honey, pollen. So if you see right here, see that yellow stuff inside there? That's pollen.
Get a little closer. Get closer.
If anybody wants to come a little closer, they're not going to leave this frame.
Careful.
So you see these bees right here, that yellow on their legs? That's pollen, and they pack it into these cells.
It's okay. They're not going to sting you.
Ronan.
There's one stuck inside of it.
Well, they're drinking is what they're doing. It's out there getting food.
Is there one on it?
Wait, one on your back.
You can
It's
you
okay.
can brush it off of them. There's nothing you can brush them.
It's all right.
lightly, they
That does
won't-
not bother the bees at all.
Sure about
Here,
that?
Sam,
Yep.
Sam, listen to how loud they are. Can you hear them?
Yes.
So here's a
Since you're that
frame.
close.
Remember those frames of foundation? So this is what they do. If you can see right here, right here is all the foundation in the corners, and they've drawn wax out, and they'll build wax out all the way to where this wood frame is.
They're not finished yet.
So this is a frame of pollen, frame number 4. They just have pollen, and here's the queen. So this queen is marked blue, and you see she's right here. She's got blue. See how much bigger she is than the workers?
Doesn't she, I don't see
Where'd she
her.
go? She's right.
She's right here.
10 drone bees and then
See her? She's got the blue dot on her.
Oh, that is
A little bit
cool.
longer
She
than
like rips
Yeah, she moves around, and she'll look for a cell to lay an egg.
Where is she now?
These are hard to see. You're going to have to look really close. You can see tiny eggs in these cells. They look like a little tiny white piece of rice. You see it? They're really hard to see. You have to look like there's one right in that cell. Yep. So that's an egg. So that's what an egg looks like.
Can you tip it so I can see the eggs?
They're going to be in this area right here.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Yeah, they're hard to see.
YouTube viewers.
So we saw the queen, and that's good, and we see eggs. So when you're doing an inspection, those are the things you're looking for. If you don't see the queen, if you see eggs, at least that's good because you know the queen is laying eggs. So I'm going to put her back in.
Hey, look, dude. What was you trying to get this close? No, it's fine.
It's right up there.
So this is a frame.
Oh, there's some honey.
This is brood. So all these cells right here,
Is that honey?
that's not honey, that's actually baby bees. So you see the little white stuff?
Yeah.
This right here, these white, that's a pupa. Did you guys learn about eggs, larvae, and pupa? Right.
But they don't either. But
Nope, that's not honey. That's where they cap it. And you can see inside here, if you look right here, see that little C-shaped worm? That's a larva.
Why is it like? Why does it start larva?
Why is it a hexagon? That's
You got you at the thing. Is there a bee on you?
a good question.
I just sort of moved back.
The reason they're a hexagon is because it's the most engineerily sound shape with a limited number of sides.
Then, like, why does it turn into like a cell? Oh, there's some on those.
2, 4, 5. So frame 6 is they're starting to draw out the comb. As you see again, see this is the foundation, and they start building it out.
So they're gonna. Doesn't look like they're doing anything right now.
It doesn't look like it, but they are. It's getting late at night. It's about 7-ish, 7:30, not quite.
Bedtime.
So it's getting kind of chilly, and they don't like to do much.
7:25.
So in the wild, what would their comb? They would have the hexagon comb just like that. In
Yep.
the wild?
Yes, it would be kind of like horseshoe shaped.
And they build that with their saliva.
They have wax glands on their abdomen, and what they'll actually do is they'll hang, they attach to each other and kind of hook to each other, and as they stretch, it kind of makes them secrete that wax, and then they'll kind of chew it and flake it off. And
Teamwork.
Yep. So that's it. So that's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Frame 6 is 50% drawn comb. And that's it. That's all we do for an inspection. So this one was pretty quick. So,
Wait a minute. Does someone else want to get in the suit?
does someone else want to get in the suit?
All
right, well, I'm gonna.
Totally.
That's fine. I'm gonna button this hive up, and then what I'm gonna do is,
Let's move over this way.
I have some frames to swap, and I need to check on hive number 1 to see if they're doing a queen. So I will do that.
How many queens?
So when you put the hive together, there's a thing called bee space. Bees like 3/8 of an inch. If there's more than 3/8 of an inch, they'll draw extra comb. See this kind of stuff right here? It's because there's more than a 3/8 of an inch between the box, so they build a ladder comb so they don't have to fly. But when it's side to side, if it's more than 3/8 of an inch, they'll draw the comb all the way out to give them that space. So when you're putting the frames together, you want to make sure that they're equally spaced and pushed all the way together, because these are designed to have what the bee space in them.
And that's so that they can just walk wherever they need to go.
They just walk wherever they need to go. Yep. So this is called a Langstroth hive, and in the 1800s, I don't remember when in the 1800s, a scientist named Langstroth discovered bee space and designed this hive with the 3/8 of an inch of space in between each of the frames for them to build their stuff.
Why are some of the like cones black?
Because that's these came from the guy that I got the bees from. All these wood ones are mine. These are from another person that I got the bees from. But if you see these bees right here, see how their butt is up in the air and they're flapping their wings? What they're doing is they're telling any other bees from their hive that are out flying around that, hey, this is our home. You know, so they can come from here. They don't have to come in the entrance. They can come in here. That won't be the case in a couple minutes because I'm getting ready to put the thing back on.
No.
I think they can see it. You think all these viewers can see it right now? Leave a like.
No, this isn't a live feed, but I will upload it.
You think they can see it? Leave a like.
All right, let me get to this box.
Please leave a like.
Are you videoing or are you taking pictures?
Done.
Thank you. Good. All right, let me get this box back on. So when you put the boxes back on, you want to make sure you don't try to crush bees. So you set it on there very lightly.
Will we blow those?
It won't necessarily a high enough wind. Yes, it will. But like I said, they use that propolis. They glue everything together. It will be now. These are relatively young hives, and they're not very strong yet, so they haven't really done it. But later, especially by next year, when the winter starts coming, because they don't want wind blowing through and keeping the hive cold, they will propolize everything. Anything under 3/8 of an inch, they will propolize and seal it shut. Yep.
So how tall can you generally go?
You can go as tall as the bees are strong. So a typical hive, maybe 5 boxes high. So even though you see 3 boxes here, I'm only 2 boxes high because this top box is just for my feeding.
Right.
But some of the people in our club have boxes that are 5 high.
I just wasn't sure, like, if bees kind of naturally have a max.
Nope,
size
as long as they have space. Now,
max population, I guess.
No max population. The trick is you have to make sure that you give enough space that they can continue to grow. Because if not, then they will swarm. They'll get overcrowded, and what they'll do is they'll create cells that they raise a new queen in, and then they'll take half of the population of workers and they'll swarm and go to some other location, and then the new queen and the remaining workers will be there. So let me stop this right now. Thanks for watching. I'm getting ready to do another thing. I'll be back in a few minutes.